Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 12, Dalton being chased out left. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Dalton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Derek Barnett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 88 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So Dalton now. And this one's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Taken in at the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mike 51.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering how are we...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, Orbit.
Dalton going deep for Eifert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off. But not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, understanding where the receiver is running his route, allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Here we go. Sweetie! That's right, baby. They don't want it. Great 15. Great 15. Punch!
Wentz now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to loft one deep left side here. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, QB, come on. Sunday. Protein spill. Hey, rip 5-2, out here.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Dalton. Finding Green complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch up. Shift.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Done. 180. 5-7. Sunday. Mike, 57. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go, D. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Here we go. 180. Shorty.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Dalton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Hey, exit.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33. I got 368.
Now Joe Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Dalton's throw on target to Tyler Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
That's trash. Mike 5-4. Mike's by 4.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
We want it. Come to my world. Regular.
Throwing again. Dalton. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mike's by 4. Here we go, D. Here I come. Right there. 54, right there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. To throw here, Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Strip that ball. Mike, check 33.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check my 30.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now it's Mixon running right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Bust through the tackle. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is. We're going to finish this thing out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more,